Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and I'm back with another video. Today we're looking at the Thorns Bomb Crusader. This is Season 22 PTR. It's post-nerf. Now it might go to live in a better condition than this. Maybe they'll go back a little bit on the nerf. Prior to it being changed, I was doing 1-2-3 and now I'm kind of at about 1-1-4. Now I don't really fish, so that's not with doing any funny business over Invoker stacks. I'm looking for mobs that, really juice them up. And I wasn't doing that beforehand. So for the casual player, I think obviously it is a fairly significant nerf. But maybe a bit of power will go back into it. But I still think it's probably a little better than shotgun. Again, at the kind of casual perspective, because it's so tanky and it's not too hard to play. But let's just jump in and take a look. See. So it basically works on a con. So we take 5 pieces of that and 2-piece Invoker. So we've got gloves, chest, boots, helm and amulet for a con. You need the Crimson's belt, but other than that, pants or boots is fine. Invokers, you obviously need bracer because there's no corresponding con piece, and it's most likely you're going to end up with your shoulders because obviously this whole build revolves around thorns. Invokers always defaults with thorns as a secondary, and shoulders is a 9.5k pace you can get it, so it's much more likely you're going to have them here. You want bombardment damage on shoulders, bombardment damage on chest. Other than that, you want cooldown pretty much everywhere you can get it, and area damage everywhere you can get it. So, obviously I haven't sat here and re-rolled everything for primals. I don't see there's terribly much point for that. But other than that, you just want defensive stats, and obviously physical on your bracer, physical on your amulet if you can get it. Now, thorns can't crit, so you don't want any crit chance, no crit damage. You want life per hit on your weapon, very important for the recovery. And other than that, just defensive stats basically. So in some respects it's not too bad to gear for, but bear in mind you're looking for thorn secondaries, so you can get like 9.5k on shield, 9.5k on amulet, 9.5k here on shoulders and belt. So it's going to take you a long time to build it. This in particular defaults with crit chance, so it's going to be a right pain. You need ancient, you need thorns, and you need defensive stats and to roll off the cooldown. So good luck with it, I guess. But let's have a look, see what does a con do. Well, we get 50% damage reduction whilst Akrat's champion is up. For perma uptime, because the 4-piece gives us 50% cooldown reduction on the skill, we need 56%, so we're a little bit above it. Aim for as much cooldown as you can, because again it does mean more damage for Crimsons and it just makes it easier to have perma uptime on it. So that's the 2 and 4 piece. We basically get 2000% damage mod on the 6-piece, as well as 50% damage reduction. So again, no Akrats up, no damage. Now the Crimsons gives us cooldowns, that helps us hit that figure that we need, the 56%. We also get 20% resource cost reduction. We've got no spender at all, but the resource cost reduction is more toughness on the 3-piece, and as we say, more cooldown is more damage. Invoker, this is kind of, we build stacks with this, so whenever we hit with punish, which is going to be our skill that we're going to take, we get an Invoker stack. Whenever we block, we get an Invoker stack, so we're looking to juice up that block chance as much as possible. Each stack adds 90% thorns for 2 seconds. It can stack 10 times, so that is at max 900% thorns because each stack is worth 90. Now it used to be a lot higher than this, so the need to fish is lower because it is a lot easier to get to 10 stacks than 20, 25 I think it was capped at. So for casual players that is a nice change, but obviously it has kind of cut the damage down quite a bit. Now thorns, we're obviously going to juice up with the Boyarsky's chip. We're also going to juice it up with the gem in the weapon, and then all of the secondary rolls. Now there are a few places you can't get the thorns. You can't get it on your Justice Lantern, you can't get it on your weapon, but other than that, if you can get thorns as a secondary, you can do. What's my figure at for thorns? Where is it? I can never find it. 276. So I think this max is like 350, something like that. So there is plenty of gas to go on this. But obviously it is one that you're gonna have to build throughout the season. Now juicing up bombardment, because it does apply the thorns with barrel spikes rune. We've got the mortal drama. We get double impacts, great. 500% damage, great. We also get the belt of the trove. This calls down a bombardment every 4 seconds. Again, super juicy multiplier of 500%. Now these automatic bombardments are coded with area damage. It's just one of those things. Sometimes these auto cast skills don't have it, but this does, so we do want area damage. We also obviously get area damage on our manually cast ones. we have got a convention of elements, and we're going to line everything up so that we press the bombardment button on physical, which comes after lightning. So lightning and then physical. We'll show you the rotation in a riff, but this is pretty big damage increase because it just allows us to do the bombardment on the physical cycle. Now, if you get perfect cooldown everywhere, it is possible to do the bombardment once per COE cycle, but again, that's going to be so hard to gear for. You know, we've just got it up for most of the cycles, but obviously you will miss the odd one. Now, the Norvald set's been changed as well. This is another huge modifier for the build. After we hop on and off the pony, we get 400% extra damage for 5 seconds. We get cooldown reduction as we kill stuff, so pony is generally available. We need to use the pony so that the bonus is up when we press on physical, so you need to be ponying kind of around about now on lightning. That way your pony bonus lasts for physical, and then you're looking to pop your bombardment once you've built up invoker stacks. As I say, we'll jump into Rift in a sec. We've got Royal Ring of Grandeur here to make up the bonuses, obviously. And then Aquila, I just found this made it super smooth. It's that perma 50% damage reduction, which is very nice. We could do Blood Brother here. B, Alphabet is hard. Yeah, we get reduced damage on block chance. We get more block chance as well, which is nice because we are using Justice Lantern, so more damage reduction based on block chance. Again, the sheet says 75% is your max block chance, but we, you know, that's it. Whilst it says that, that's not true. We can have more apparently. But yeah, Aquila I just found was the smoothest option, but in theory it's a free splot, and if you're playing it off season, well, you're just going to be a little squishier because the rest of the build works exactly the same. So I think that covers the gear. We've got the Stricken here. This build is great for AoE damage, it's great for trash, it's super sucky against single target. So obviously Stricken you're going to need a lot earlier. 25% extra damage against the boss, very helpful. Trapped is just generally more damage, it's pretty close range build, so again, as you're setting up your rotation, you'll be applying the slow and more damage. And Boyaski's I think we've done. The skills, Laws of Valor, Unstoppable Force. This gives us more resource cost reduction, which is toughness for Crimsons. It gives us more attack speed, so we stack that Stricken faster. We also recover because we have to take life pit on the weapon. You really need this. It's a good source of sustain. So again, more attack speed helps for that. The other option here is to do Provoke. So you do Hit Me. Again, more block chance is more toughness. The Provoke and the block chance also help with the invoker stacks, but as we're getting to 10 rather than 25, I think this is probably the best choice, but you can play around with it. Punish Celerity, we get the block chance increase, we get the attack speed increase. Again, obviously helpful for the same reasons as this one. Iron Skin, again, you've got a choice of runes here. It's 50% damage reduction, so it's super handy for toughness. Steel Skin will boost that duration up to 7 seconds. I'd say that's the most casual friendly option because it's just really nice damage reduction. Helps you set up your rotations a bit more effectively. Flash can help you reposition, but as the pony will allow you to move through stuff unhindered. I'd say this is probably the least value. And Reflective Skin, we get 300% Thorns. It is additive, but if you think about it, it's 90% per stack, so it's kind of like getting another 33%. You know, it's another what, 3 and a bit stacks. So again, you might find that becomes more popular, and obviously you would pop that again in your rotation. But if you do this one, it's one less thing to worry about in terms of setting up your damage window. Akrat's Champion Prophet, you know, pretty much a no-brainer. It's a cheat death. We're not going to take the cheat death passive. We get extra armor. We're going to have perma uptime, so it is pretty nice. And obviously we get all these kind of bonuses from Akrat's anyway. Bombardment, Barrel of Spikes, Thorns Rune, have to take it. And then Steed Charge, Drawn Quarter, we can group stuff, we can drag stuff. Again, you'll find a lot of the time you'll melt the trash around the elite pretty easily. You'll need to activate this and drag your yellow or your straggling blue or whatever it is to some more trash to try and get the area damage to melt it. And obviously it's a way of getting around the map. So it's quite nice and zippy, it's not like a slow push build or anything like that. Passive-wise, Heavenly Strength, we need to take this. We've got a two-handed weapon. Iron Maiden, 50% Thorns, yes please. Lord Commander, this does help with Steed Charge, but really the main reason it's here is 35% cooldown reduction on Bombardment. You know, Bombardment's on a 60-second cooldown. We've stacked a lot of cooldown with this as well. As I say, most series cycles, we've got the option of pressing this, but you will miss the odd one here and there. Perfect cooldown, you can do it, but as I say, that's going to be very hard. Hold your ground, 30% dodge chance, or 30% block chance, sorry. We sacrifice the dodge. Again, obviously, it's more invoker stacks, it's more toughness from the Justice Lantern. We don't do cheat death, I don't think you need it, but if you were going to swap it off, I probably would take this and do less COE cycles. But honestly, it is pretty tanky, so you should be okay. Right, I think that probably covers all of the stuff, so let's just jump in and we'll do a 110. We might be a little squishy because we're only using the 800 Paragon, but just to give you an idea of the rotation. Now, obviously squishiness, the squishier you are, the harder these things are to play. So in we go, we'll do Acrorats, we're then going to pony, so we've got this damage buff up. Obviously not a great map, the density doesn't look particularly good, but we're just here to show the rotations, it's not the end of the world. RNGs is what you're doing. Right, these are the invoker stacks, they're capped at 10. Now what you want to do is on lightning you want to pony. So now we've got the benefit of the pony bonus. On physical we hit bombardment and we jump into this Oculus here. Obviously you want to try and get your invoker stacks up to 10. Some mobs are really good at stacking it, some things are not so good at it. And then obviously we've got the Laws of Vela to help with recovery, we've got it to help for damage reduction, but let's see, can we do another window here? So we can get this stuff up together. So we're waiting for the lightning, which is after holy. So about halfway through we're going to hit the pony. We've only got the 2 stacks, but we can pop it, go in here, and obviously it does way more damage if you can get up to the 10 stacks, but obviously it's easier said than done, isn't it? You know, there is going to be a bit of RNG involved as to whether you can clear it. And as I say, density, maybe the next floor will give us a bit more density, we can show it off a little better. So yeah, you just kind of want to wait for your window. So Holy's coming up now, so we'll pop Acrorats, we'll do the pony now, so we'll hop off pony, we're looking to build the stacks, they're up at 4 then, so again, not great. As you can see, we've popped that elite, and as I say, you know, it wasn't too much to get this up to like 114-ish. Obviously just toughness is a bit of an issue, isn't it? So we're going to pony again on, we're going to wait 6 stacks, pop the button, rush into the Oculus. And obviously again, you know, it depends on the shielding's not great because obviously, you know, they can just completely shield the damage. Refract damage not great either. But you get the idea. You know, we're gonna make sure we keep Acrorats up. We're going to wait now through the, you know, build up some stacks maybe, pony on the lightning, and then, you know, 2 stacks obviously a bit rubbish, and then you try and jump in your Oculus. You know, obviously the more density you get, just the easier it is to be hit. Guess we'll leave that power pile on. So Acrorats, we always need that up, so we're now on to lightning, so we'll pony a little bit. We're now going to try to build up some stacks, so we're up to 7 there. And then the bombardment, you just want to obviously hop into this Oculus. But as you can see, progress bar, you know, as we're trying to like do this not very great map and kind of show it off at the same time. So there we go, pony just about in physical, and hop in your Oculus. Obviously this guy is proving a bit difficult to kill because of his shielding, I'm guessing. So again, we're just trying to stay alive until we get to this lightning phase. We then pony, so we've now got a bit of time to play with. Get the stacks up to like 4 there, jump in Oculus, and yeah, pick up the globes. As you can see, even though the map's, you know, not great, I think Fire Chains might be quite a good one. So there you go, 10 stacks, much easier now. So we do the pony, on the lightning, build up the stacks, and then yeah, I don't know why Acrorats champion, it's annoying when it drops off. But yeah, pony, build up some stacks, never mind, they're dead anyway. But yeah, the dynamic effects are obviously the COE and the Oculus. Other than that, everything is hard coded, so whenever you press the bombardment button, whatever you've got, if you've got 10 stacks, all the bombardments have 10 stacks. You know, if you were taking reflective skin, they'd be coded with your extra thorns, they'd be coded with invoker stacks. And then, as I say, the dynamic effect is the COE and the Oculus. But that's it, guys. As you can see, you know, 800 Paragon, 110, pretty ahead. We're not going to finish the run. It's going to take just a bit too much time. But that's the build. The only swap, really, as we say, is going to be Provoke. You know, maybe it's worth it. Again, like lower levels, probably. but as you go higher, the attack speed is super nice. So that's it, guys. That is the Thorns Bomb. Let's see if it goes to live in a little better condition than this. I think it's easier to play than shotgun, personally, as a casual player. I'm probably going to play it next season at some point. Maybe not from the off, but we'll see. That's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're staying safe. Come see me on Twitch. Come say hello. I'll be back with some more videos just as soon as I can. Take it easy. Peace.